Hey all, how are you doing? Welcome with me, Redsky, on another round of Righteous Readings where we take a look at the February month of 2022 for you. We're currently up to sign of Capricorn, and this will pertain to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're going to do a full Celtic cross standard placements, which we will then clarify. So without further ado, let me warm up the cards and let's find out what's coming in for Capricorn for the month of February 2022. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements of the sign Capricorn. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We've had a massive change in weather today. It's starting to come across all raining for the first time in quite lovely. Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements of Capricorn. Okay, Cappies, let's find out what's coming in. And a massive, massive shout out to Jocelyn as we are in Capricorn season, honey. I don't know when your birthday is, but I wanted to get in early and say a massive happy birthday for you for Capricorn season, okay, darling? So happy birthday to a beautiful, lovely woman out there named Jocelyn, who's a good friend of mine. Happy birthday for when your birthday arrives, baby. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn's February 2022. Oh, I hope it's good. Capricorn, here we go. Let's see what's coming in. Okay, bottom of the deck, firstly we have the Hanged Man inverted. So I feel like you've been sacrificing a lot, but you may be feeling like that sacrifice is not paying dividends. I feel like there's something, life in general, I feel like you've been sacrificing a lot for. I feel like maybe the sacrifice you've given has not been the most useful, if that makes sense to you. I feel like you've given a lot, but the result come of that sacrifice has been minimal at best. Okay, let's go through your current placements. I might actually grab a quick coffee, and I'll be back in 2 seconds to explain all your beautiful placements for you, okay, darlings? Give me 2 seconds. Okay, Capricorn, coming into February, coming into this reading, 7 of Cups, a lot of desires here, a lot of options here, you know, being very glutton, I guess you could say, for choice. Let's be real here a little bit, Capricorn. Some of these options aren't the best. So you may have a lot of options on the table right now, but some of them you'd want to be very, very careful about looking at closely before picking that cup necessarily or deciding to invest in that particular option. Okay, the crossing obstacles issues that you'll face throughout the month of February that you're going to have to deal with is the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, I feel that this challenge will be in representation of maybe an offering in some ways of an individual that you once knew, maybe someone that you may have had some feelings for, maybe coming back around. For the rest of you, I really do feel that this is the fact that you're on a bit of a journey that you need to championize at the moment, and that's the challenge therefore is to move forward with this. Could be a change of residence or just a change in general, but I do feel that there is a change here coming in that you really do need to accept. It's going to be a bit of a challenging challenge, I guess you could say. It's a real journey, a movement forward from what? Well, it depends what it attains to you personally. But I do really feel that for some of you, there's going to be a change of residence. For some of you, this could be a past person coming back in and around to sort of restir the pot a little bit in February. Or this could be more about just you needing to journey forward, to move forward through something, or just life in general. We're going to clarify this to get another layer deep anyway, so don't get too bogged down just yet, okay? Your crowning, hanging above it all card, you know, we have that Page of Cups. So this is an offering of sorts as well. It's more of a very studious and reflective youth here. Someone that's very loyal with a willingness to offer services, you know, a trustworthy worker. I'm seeing here for some of you, you may have gone into a new job, for example, and you really are investing a lot in learning about this job. You know, you're learning, being very studious, very intent, taking in all this information. Even if you've worked in this kind of work before, you may have not worked for this particular company before, or if you have worked with this company before, maybe not in this particular division of this company. If it's a big multi-billion-dollar facet company or something to that effect, or has multiple branches of it, loitered throughout the world. Take it as it resonates, okay? There's a lot of options that could come through with this. But what I'm mainly getting at here is you're being very studious, very intent, very loyal here to offer services, to get understanding, to invest your cup into this. It's a small offering, but you're putting up the cup of trustworthiness, you're putting up the cup of studiousness, you're putting out the cup of, being willing to be helpful. Root of the reading, Capricorn. 5 of Swords. Now this clearly depicts 2 groupings, and you will be one of the 2. Which one you'll be is really up to you. After all, you do have free will. You will be the victor here in this situation, or you will be the dejected, the other 2 individuals swordless walking off the banks of the beach. There is a battle coming here, a battle of minds, a battle of wills, I want to say. You're ready with this sword. You're ready to tackle this one, I feel. Are you going to be the victorious or the dejected? I can't wait for the clarifier of that. Hopefully we can get another layer dip on what side of the fence you'll be sitting on there. Past energy leaving you now. What's the biggest that you can get? The Tower. So in the past, I feel that there has been an absolute breakdown of your system, the way you used to go about your business, the way you used to go about your daily living, the way you used to go about a lot of things in your life, all got just sort of crumbled. And I feel this is from New Year to leading up to February, like all through January. This is what you sort of got attained to. And I feel a bit sorry for you, Capricorn, because we are in February now, but while I'm doing this reading, it's January, and it is, Capricorn season when I'm doing it. So I do feel that this is attaining to the current now, which is really about everything's changing here. There's a massive shift here. So some of you might have gone through this over the New Year period more so, but there has been a massive breakdown here, a massive just complete collapse, I want to say, of a lot of things that you were attained to. But this is to make way for the new. Now, the new, I would much rather see this particular card upright. But let me explain. Future energy coming in for Capricorn. It is the Sun inverted. I feel here that there is some unhappiness or some sense of unsatisfaction here. I have to be honest and read it like I see it, guys. I wish I could say it's all sunshines and lollipops, but when the Sun's inverted, there ain't no sun here so much. I feel like you are a bit lonely at the moment. I got to put it out there, guys. I feel like, with that past energy, the Tower, obviously there has been massive change here. With massive change, there comes growth. But with growth can come some moments of feeling a little bit broken, okay? Like broken secrets, broken engagements, perhaps broken partnerships might have come out of this. Could be just feeling lonely in general, just feeling really, really against it on your own. But I gotta tell you guys, triumph here may have been delayed, but it is not, and I will repeat, it is not necessarily completely lost. You're going through a bit of a stage here where you're going through a little bit of the pain system here, To get good at the gym, you got to do a few, circular keys on the bloody machines, mate. I discovered this yesterday. I went walking for the first time. I'd made a video of it. It was absolutely heinous. I don't think I'll release it. I was like, walking like there is no word in the English language of any variety that would ever describe what the heck that was. But through growth comes sometimes some pain or some discomfort here. discomfort would be a better description, I would say. So we're a little bit discomfort. We're in a state of a little bit of ickiness here. You know, I don't feel that this is a loss. I don't feel that this is out of attainment for you. You're working for this. Right now you're feeling a little bit this. So we will clarify. So don't get too bogged down. Advice from Spirit. And this is also what lends me to say this about that Sun inverted, because advice from Spirit is the Emperor. Capricorn, February. Be your authoritative self. You know, be commanding. Be admired. Be respected. You know, be in that position where they come to you for the information or for the advice, or for, be that as it may. You know, be that leader that you know that you can be. And be strong in that position. Be strong in that role. Be a real indomitable spirit. Be, you know, have a little bit of war-making tendencies if you need to. Be raw and righteous and stand for the things that you believe in, that you're passionate about, that you adhere to. You know, dominate with your intelligence over your emotion and passion. Let that intellect take you where you need to be. So Spirit's really telling you to be that indomitable spirit, be that commanding self, be that authoritative individual that commands, that owns that role of being the leader, most definitely not the follower. Outside's looking in. Now, you know, I do a lot of readings. I think I'm backing up to about that at 650 mark of videos that I've done. Now, in this particular position, a lot of weird cards come out from the outsider's view. This is, let me repeat, this is one of the best cards I've seen come out in this position for recent memory. And yes, you can see my Twinkie twins in the background there. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I'm so excited, I don't know what I'm saying. Outside's view of you, Capricorn, is the 10 of Pentacles. This is beautiful because this is saying home, joy, and abundance here. Complete and total security, you know. Outside's looking in at Capricorn and seeing someone that's really got it all. They've got the security, they've got that monetary benefit. They've also got family and ancestral riches here and a lot of growth here. Happy home, you know, you might be set up with purchasing. Outside's looking, you might see someone that's just, you know, really rich here in assets, family, material, attainable. I'm so excited, I'm dropping my cards. But that is the best card I've seen coming out in that position for quite some time. We then go to hopes and fears for Capricorn. Hopes and fears. 4 of Wands reverse. So, the 4 of Wands reverse, I do really feel that there is a bit of lack of tranquility, a full tranquility here at least. I do feel like there has been an unfulfilled romance that you have gone through, and I feel like that could be attaining to that Knight of Wands for some of you, where it's sort of a romantic issue that you might be facing throughout this period of time. You know, you may be feeling a little bit insecure within yourself. I don't feel like you're insecure in the monetary, but you may be a little bit insecure in yourself, not backing yourself for being that, you know, that role. Maybe you're feeling a little tarnished, but I just feel that you're not in that zone of really feeling like it's a complete win or a complete happiness sector right now. Maybe the love life's lacking a little bit. The outcome's good. King of Pentacles, massive earth energy. Love to see this coming in on an earth sign for Capricorn. You know, this is the king of all earth, basically. And Capricorn being the last sign, I've always said that this really can resonate for you. I really do feel that you're using business acumen here, being very, I always call the King of Pentacles my smart cookie. He is so, got a wealth of knowledge in there, got a wealth of really handy tips and tricks and knowledge, especially when it comes to monetary and material, how to gain it, how to use that in your advantage, how to make a shit ton of growth. Like, look at all the abundance. His throne has become abundant. It's just a wealth of earth, of growth, of just beauty. And this is what I feel for you, Capricorn. There's going to be so much growth coming out of February, so much abundance, so much fruitfulness. Like, good Lord, you can't even tell what's him and what's the earth. Like, honestly, he is the earth. He is so rooted in it. That's what I'm feeling for you guys. You know, something's really going to come in it. You're going to really get rooted in it. It's really going to bring a lot of growth, abundance, perfection from this. Right, let's clarify this Capricorn reading for February. Spirits and guides, let's clarify this reading for Capricorn for February 2022. Clarify this reading for Capricorn, please. February. Alright, Cappies. Okay. So you currently coming into February with that 7 of Cups, Spirits and Guides. Please clarify the current for Capricorn, the 7 of Cups. Why is this 7 of Cups here for Capricorn? 5 of Pentacles. Crossing obstacles, issues. We have the Knight of Wands. Can you please clarify this energy? The Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here, please? The Emperor in reverse. Crowning the reading, we have the Page of Cups. Can you please clarify this energy of the Page of Cups? Clarify the Page of Cups. The Moon. Piscean energy. Root of the reading, we had the 5 of Swords. Clarify, but the 3 of Swords reversed. Past energy, we had the Tower. Can you please clarify this? Yes, we can. Tower. Knight of Wands reversed. Wow, that Knight of Wands, like I was saying before. Future energy coming in, we had the Sun, sorry. Isn't that funny? I had a slip of the tongue. I nearly said the star inverted, but I could see it's the sun. Because the star came out. That is exactly what I was just talking about when I was explaining that sun inverted. That I felt that. Because the star is shining. Advice from Spirit, the Emperor. Let's clarify this. Emperor. King of Pentacles, which is your outcome. Now that's an almighty, for an earth sign, getting your earth major in with that Emperor, who's all the kings combined. One of the greatest readings I've done for a while. Definitely for this round I'm feeling. Outside view of you, Capricorn, we had that 10 of Pentacles. Let's clarify this 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got a few. 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands reverse, 10 of Pentacles reverse. Hopes and fears, 4 of Wands reverse. Let's clarify. The Magician, I love that. I love that for you. The all-important outcome. King of Pentacles, let's clarify. Queen of Wands, lovely. Fire and Earth. Bottom of the deck, Death inverted. Okay, so we are lacking in some sort of transformation. I feel like this is a lacking in self, inside of self, to see how much you have transformed. I feel you have transformed. Maybe not as much as what you were. Maybe you haven't transformed quite to the point you need to. I feel like you have gone through a lot of transformation. I feel like this is mainly attaining to the fact that you're not seeing or recognizing the transformation that you have actually undergone. It's that lack of being able to readjust your thinking and view of the now. You're still seeing things in what it was, if that makes sense. Because we've got 2 majors here, both inverted, and we've got 2 majors underneath that as well. So this is big. You know, Scorpionic energy here with the Death card. These are both inverted. I'm feeling here you have sacrificed a lot. Sacrificed a lot. But maybe not got the outcome that you wanted. But you have changed a lot. But you're not seeing the change that you have made, if that makes sense to you. And that star's underneath that Hangman inverted as well. Alright, let's square dance back through this, Cappy. Let's do it all again. Current, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Alright, let me get a little midget of milk. Okay, Cappy. You do have a lot of options at the moment. That 7 of Cups, a lot of desires. Some of these are fantastic sort of, you know, options. You know, if you had the option, you wouldn't really choose them kind of thing. But you do have a lot of options, and the reason why you're looking at all the options, even something you wouldn't really, look at before, is because of the Five of Pentacles. I do feel that one of these options, or someone recently, really did leave you very destitute, left you alone to ruin, just took it all from you. You know what I mean? The Five of Pentacles is a real, it really makes me, it's one of the saddest cards for me. Because, it's all about that destitution, loss, maybe being pushed out due to a third party, feeling quite broken here through that monetary. And I'm seeing that really does attain to you for a love interest, perhaps to some of you, because of those cups that are coming out initially then. So we're looking at options now, because we did go through a state of destitution or loss here, or ruin, or maybe being pushed out due to a third party, or maybe someone just didn't pick us. We were in a relationship and they just didn't pick us. They maybe it was mutual beneficial just to walk away, both parties. Maybe it wasn't quite so sweet and mutual. Five of Pentacles, man, that's really being pushed out of your position, pushed out of everything you had for a third party, or just because this, someone decided to do so. People are cruel. The crossing obstacles issues you'll have to face for the month of February, that Knight of Wands with the Emperor reversed. The Knight of Wands is a journey. It is an absence, can also be a change of residence. It's a journey of sorts. The Knight of Wands, I really do feel for you, is tending to two groupings here. Could be a lover from the past coming back, wanting to shake their wand up a little bit and stir up the pot a little bit. For some of you, this can be in relation to, a change of residence, taking flight in something new here that you're very unsure about. Backing that, though, is the Emperor inverted. With that Emperor inverted, this Aries energy as well. So this is a very fiery, bloody energy, because you've got the wands and then, Aries Arcana as well. But with it being inverted, I really am feeling that there is an ineffectiveness to make superioric decisions here. For the crowd to listen to you, for you to be in that ownership role of being the leader, okay? Your challenge here is for some of you to journey, to move forward and be that authoritative self. For some of you, it's to change residence so you can be in that authoritative self, because right now you're not there. You are feeling a bit weak of character, a failure to control your emotions. You're not in a controlative state. You're being very ineffective at this, in fact. I feel like for some of you, this Knight of Wands, if it's attained to an individual, really is making you ineffective. Or just the thought of this change, this journey that this represents, is making you ineffective. This is your challenge. You must work on this for February. So I'm spending so long drilling it into you, because this is what we need to work on. This is what we need to work on. February, it's all about the Knight of Wands and the Emperor reverse for you guys. So keep them two cards in mind for February. Crowning it all, Page of Cups, the Moon. The Moon is like Piscean energy here. So I do see that you're trying to be very studious, very invested here, giving your cup to this new beginning or whatever it is attaining to for you, being very studious, very invested here. But you do feel really out in the dark with this, the Moon. You really do feel like there is maybe deception, or you're just in the unknown. You're in the thick of the mud of it and you just don't know what the hell is going on. You could be in an obscurity. You're trying to follow your intuition here, because your senses are kind of letting you down a little bit. You feel you can't see the way to go about this. You can't hear the way to go about this. So you're really following your intuition, and you're really feeling out your gut instinct on this and allowing that to push you through here. It's at a point in this, you may feel like others have ulterior motives, like they're not really helping you. If anything, they're being a little bit crafty, a little bit deceitful, maybe even slanderizing you. You really do feel that there's just a gist of superficiality around you. Everything's very superficially based, and this is not really the way that you would work. You work on practicality. Superficiality doesn't really come into Capricorn's thesis at all. they don't really understand what that word means. But there is that sense, that gut instinctual feeling of unknown enemies, darkness here, treading, watching for deception. You're investing here. You're trying to get an extra dimension of knowledge, bit of understanding here. But you do feel like you're in the thick of it. You're in the thick of the black of it. You can't feel it out. You're really feeling a little lost here. Root of the reading, and this is interesting, 5 of Swords with that 3 of Swords reversed. So you will be the victor or the dejected. Which one? It really is up to you here, because you do have free will, as I always say. But with the 3 of Swords reversed here, I do feel that there is some distraction or confusion on your part. There may be a little bit of an error come here, or a mistake in incapability, anxiety, loss, alienation, because the 3 of Swords always retains love and it being a bust, whether it's upright or inverted. It's more about it being so fresh, or about you understanding, starting to run through it when it's in its inverted point. You're starting to run through that situation, and you're starting to, analyze it, and you're starting to see it for the, the mistake or the loss, or where you went wrong. Whereas, when you've just had the news that someone's decided to say F you, you're in a muddle of crying tears in a ball in the fetal position. You're not thinking about who did what wrong. If that, my explanations are really shitty today, guys, but please try to keep up with me. I don't know. Mercury's going retro at some point, obviously. I don't know if that's affecting me at the moment, because it always does. Okay, hang on. I know what I need. I need coffee. That's all I need. I just need coffee. Oh, my heavy Capricorn placements are playing up on me today, I tell you. Shits and giggles. So, 5 of Swords, you will be the victor or the dejected here. We are going into battle here. And you are fearing, I think that there is some alienation here, some anxiety definitely over this, and you are fearing the loss here. You're going into this believing you're going to be the dejected, I feel. You're going into this feeling like you will be the one that will be going through distraction or confusion and disorder, and you will make the mistake. You'll have the loss. Back yourself. Back yourself. Past energy, the Tower with that Knight of Wands reversed. I feel for you guys, Capricorn, that you have had an absolute breakdown, an absolute waste away of belief systems here that were important to you. So the Tower in the recent past did come down, and it wasted away a lot of the things that you were using fundamental to your life, living however it attains to you, but it all came down. It all came down in a big mother effing way, I want to say as well. And because of that Knight of Wands reverse coming in after that, of course, this led to a big interruption, a big unexpected change, of course it would. It may have left some quarrelling, especially in the family unit, or if you lived with other people, for example. It did lead to some breakup of personal relationships, or relationships in general. It ruptured the shit out of everything. Of course it did, because that was what it was meant to do. There was a real sense here of shit, not some giggles, need to rebuild here, need to readjust here. Future energy. Now this was beautiful. Just remember how I accidentally called it as the star, but it was the sun inverted, then the star came out. This was what I was actually talking about when I was actually describing the sun reversed in what I thought it attained to for you. And this explains it perfectly, what I was lacking in explaining before. There is some unhappiness here, but I feel like it attains to loneliness for you guys. You are lonely. You are feeling a little bit alone. You are feeling a little bit, I'm here to tell you that your triumph is delayed. It is not lost. And that's when the star came through. That's when hope, faith, and inspiration took over. Your bright prospects started to come in. You started to, the mixing of the past, the present, and really using that through optimism. Using insight here. Taking what didn't work before and putting forth the new direction. Bringing in good omens. Bringing spiritually loving, into spirit, but to self. You know, I feel like there's fulfillment, pleasure here. You know, the proper balance of desire, work, home, effort, love, expression, you know, bringing it all in. The stars are lining up for you. You may feel like things aren't perfect, but the moment that you start to change your positive way of thinking, the moment that you accept that, yeah, I am a little lonely. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit cut. Yes, I need to give myself a little bit of a cuddle. And it's okay to do that. That's when it shifts. That's when the stars come into alignment for you, I feel. That's a good thing. So through, it's like the thick of it and the bad of it comes the good of it. So it's not so bad. Alright. So the next set of cards is the Emperor with the King of Pentacles. So this is actually really, really good for you guys. Aries energy with your major of the earth and minor. So basically your advice. So your best advice here is to be the most authoritative self. Be your most commanding of self. Stand in an authoritative position. Be dominant. Don't allow others to dominate you, would be my best advice. With the King of Pentacles behind that being the major of the minor of earth energy, it's a state to be grounded, to be able to acquire monetary and material, especially during very important times. Being able to bank it, being able to access it, but being able to control it. It's very controlling energy, both of these two in a way. One of the monetary and material, and just one of a monarchy, like status, like something of royalty. Control is key. The person that's in control has the key. And that's the energy that you're going to have to be in for this month, is controlling your emotions. Don't be emotionally invested. Invest in maybe material or assets of that nature, but not emotion. Be stoic, be stony, be cold in some ways. Be invested, but not emotionally based. Monetary, yes, but not emotional. Emotions fuck everything up. So outside's looking in, 10 of Pentacles, happiness here through home, material, attainable, and again through material of monetary and assets. This is a big bunch of crazy though that comes in after this. 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed. So what was once upright is now upside down. See how quick shit can change? So in a nutshell, outside's looking in, see someone with a lot of attainment, a lot of monetary, home, joy, maybe, you know, someone that's just purchased their own home, someone that's got a lot of asset here, a lot of happiness and joy through family, ancestral lines. With what you have, you can lose. Then the 5 of Cups. So this is loss here. You may have attained, outside's looking in may see someone that has attained a lot of monetary asset through loss, aka death of a parent. Maybe this was actually an inheritance for you. 8 of Wands is seeing someone that is actually distancing themselves from a lot of people, places, or things, blocking, not wanting to give any effort, communication to others around them because of the 10 of Pentacles reverse, because of fear of loss of this gain through monetary or material that you've invested or been gifted. So outside's looking to see someone that has a lot of asset through maybe a loss of a person that's now not wanting to be around people for fear of losing what they now have, if that makes sense to you. Hopes and fears, 4 of Wands reverse, the Magician. Okay, so 4 of Wands is like, when it's inverted, is unfulfilled romance, tarnished beauty, unfulfillment here through a relationship not working, or through lacking in happiness or fulfillment through that. The Magician says that even though this may not have worked, there's still a lot to be taken from this. There's still a lot of growth or manifestation that can happen, I guess you could say, through this. You know, I feel like the lesson here is just because it didn't work doesn't mean you didn't learn a lesson, and doesn't mean that you can't grow from what you've learned, if that makes sense to you as well. Okay, so the outcome then is again this fucking King of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands now. Alright, so we have a king and a queen, so that's kind of cool. Different suits, but it don't matter. We have earth and fire now. So, what would be the best way to explain this to you guys? Okay, so the King of Pentacles, like I said to you already before, success through earth, through monetary, material, attainable. Being able to acquire money at the last minute. Being very mathematical minded, being very like analytical. Like numbers might be your niche at the moment. You might have a systematical way of thinking, like very analytical, working with like digits and shit. Queen of Wands though, she's someone that's very warm, invested, you know, loving, giving. She's got a thing about pets too. Always with the Queen of Wands, she's got a cat with her. Someone explain to me what that's about. Why is she always with the cat? You know, and even in this deck, she's holding a cat's paw. It's tripped out. But nevertheless, you're being very sympathetic, practical, loving, giving. You may even be very popular as well at the moment. Like, the crowd might just really be very much drawn to you, which would make sense if you're in this King of Pentacles. You're doing quite well with yourself. You really understand a lot of mathematical or things that a lot of other people may not be understanding right now, which gives you a dimension of warmth as well about you if you're willing to help people rather than sitting in the corner very stoic on your own kind of thing. So I'm seeing as the outcome mainly you are being very warm and you are being very helpful. You are being very invested in other people's needs, wants. But at the end of the day, it's all about your growth. It's all about where you've been to where you're going. And growth is your biggest key here through monetary and material. You haven't lost your warmth about you. You haven't gone cold and stoic. You're still very warm and invested in other people. But at the end of the day, I think it is that you will invest so much in others, but there's a cutoff point. Because at the end of the day, you need to maintain your growth and security, not everyone else's. So it may be a little harsh, but at the end of the day, who are you growing for? So that's a goodie, I guess. Alright. I need that second coffee. Your purpose is joy. Your purpose has nothing to do with how you make a living. This might actually be good for you about that security. This is your vocation, mission, or inspired passion, all worthy, but your purpose is much simpler and bigger. Your purpose is joy. It's about discovering, nurturing, and celebrating who you truly are and knowing and loving yourself at the deepest level. So yeah, growth is important, security is important, but at the end of the day, is that your true mission in life to be the most wealthiest, earthiest SOB? Or is it to actually find joy, happiness, and attainment in life through, you know, warmth and gifting? Or can you really do both? I think that's actually what you're going to try to do. You're going to try to blend the two. Hey, if it works, good luck to you. Be gentle with yourself. Take your foot off the gas and don't push yourself so hard if you need to rest and take a break. The world won't fall apart if you nap. Renew, dear one. You are a treasure. Be gentle with yourself. So yeah, your purpose is joy and be gentle with yourself. Don't stop maybe, you know, whipping yourself so hard in some ways. And don't be so hard on yourself. Because that's sort of loitered a little bit on the underbelly of this reading. You just have been really, really hard on yourself. I know it's a new year, you know, this is February's reading. It is also Valentine's Day during this, of course, month as well. So that could be attaining to, as I said before, that Knight of Wands and some sort of cut feelings here of lacking in sentiment. And that's why you've gone all security based, because maybe love's just not there for you this month, or it was, and now you don't want to deal with it. Okay, Cappy, so that's February's main monthly done for you, and I will see you on the next round. Cheers, guys.